This is Chat GPT. Lots of people have heard about Chat GPT or the other GPT type products, GPT-4, GPT-5 and so on. Chat GPT is the free version of the other ones. Chat GPT-4 is a paid for version which has more up-to-date information and more facilities. But what we're going to look at here is the free version, which is Chat GPT, which, as you can see, is an app. GPT stands for, by the way, Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Generative, it generates new words and new products based on some research that has already been fed into it. So it's using information that's been fed into the model, and it will search through that, and it will bring new products and new information for you to use. So let's go into it first. So when you open it up, this is the information that you have in front of you. So you got various selections just to try and sort of give you some hints. The best way of looking at Chat GPT is being what it is, and what it is it's basically a chatbot. A chatbot's like a robot you'll have a chat with, so you can have a chat with it. So just like you'd have a chat with a friend and ask questions and get answers and ask them other questions about what they've just said, it works in exactly the same kind of way. This is very similar to a product that already we looked at called Copilot that was built into Microsoft products. The difference there is while Copilot works with Microsoft products, Chat GPT just works with, without being linked to any particular company. So what we've got then is this. So let's just give it a try. So, okay, let's just have a think. What might I want to know? So what I might want to think is first is I've got the microphone there, but where the message box is, but I'm going to type it in. So I might want to know is, what do I put in a CV? Let's give it a question mark and then hit the arrow. And then it comes back and it gives me some information. So when creating a CV called a curriculum vitae, you include your contact information and so on. So you've got a lot more information there that you actually think, okay, that's good. But you might think that's quite wordy. So, okay, let's give it a bit more information or another question based on what it's given to me. So say in 30 words, let's say, because that's too long for me to read. So there we go, that's the same. It's summarised in 30 words. So you might have an awful lot of information. You can say, can you summarise that in so many words, please? You might think, well, the language is too complex. So you can say, say, language suitable for a 12-year-old. Or a 14-year-old or a 20-year-old or whatever it is, but we'll say a 12-year-old. And it'll come back, a simplified language that's suitable for what people can understand. Now, it's used an age, but you might just think, well, I don't want to try too hard. Can you just take this really complex stuff and just simplify it for me so I don't have to think too hard to understand it? And that's what it'll do. It will also, the way it works is it'll do, a variety of other things as well. So you can say, well, all right, that's very interesting, but could you turn into a poem? And there we go. In a CV, let's set the scene, name and contact, crisp and clean, summary brief like a breeze, and so on. So it will change the format of the words you're looking for, and you might think, well, okay, that's really useful, but I've got somebody overseas who might want this information. So you can say, translate into Spanish. And there's the same poem, but translated into Spanish. So you've got all that. You can read the information. You've also got the option, if you wish to, as well, of actually having the information read out loud to you. So you can pick wherever it is that you wish to look at, and you can just press and hold, and you've then got options. You can copy, so you can copy that text and put that into a document that you've got on your phone. You can select certain text within that selection there. You can regenerate if it's a case of, could you just give me another lot, please? Just go back and have another look and reword that for me. You can say that's bad. I'll come back to that in a moment. Or you can, as I say, have it read aloud.
Your CV should have your contact info, a short summary about you, your school history, any work or volunteering you.
So there you go, it'll be read out loud to you. American Voices, I'm afraid, it's an American company, and when you say English, it assumes American English, so all the voices that you've got. But you have got a variety of voices to choose, so it'll be read out loud to you. As I said, you can copy it and put it into a document. One of the options there was bad. What the software is doing is it's going away, it's looking through all its data of information, it's coming up with a summary of all the information from the different sources, and then it's coming back. If those sources aren't great, it's still summarising them. They've very carefully selected the sources, but they're not always the most accurate. It can come up with what's called a hallucination, so it can hallucinate. So hallucinations are information that it's misinterpreted, misunderstood, and sometimes have been slotted in for mischief, but the information's correct. As with all AI, you can never totally guarantee that the information you're getting is completely accurate and completely true. That's why AI is never a substitute for going to lessons, for actually going back to the source material itself and for checking yourself and having those conversations and those discussions with your tutor. Because while it's absolutely brilliant, you can't completely and totally rely on it for everything that you might want to get. So that's actually generating all the information you've got so far. Then what you've got is down the bottom where it says message, you've got the microphone where you can talk into it to turn what you're saying into text there. But you've also got the headphones. With the headphones, that makes it even more like having a chat. If you click on that, it will bring up a box. And what you then do is you then literally just ask the bot the questions that you want. And then the bot will come back and tell you what the answers are. So it's more like a spoken conversation. So if you're after information and definitions and so on, or how to do things, or what's the best way to do this, it will go away and come back and tell you what the answers are, if that's a preferred way for you to get the information, hearing it spoken rather than actually reading it yourself or having the written text read out to you. So at the top along the left, you've got the two lines. If you click on the two lines there, what that does is it takes what you've done, all your kind of sessions you've done with Chat GPT, it stores them there and you can go back and have a look at them. You've got boxes at the bottom, so where it says my name and 3 dots, you can change all the settings in there. You've also got, it says Chat GPT and Explore GPTs. If you have the paid for version of GPT, you can then explore all the other GPTs, which are things like how to do maps. DALL-E does images and diagrams and so on, different ways of writing and so on that you can actually be able to access, but only if you have the paid version. If you want to take the information that it's researched and actually export that, you can then click and hold on the particular session, then you've got the information there, and you've then got down the bottom Share Chat. You can rename it, you can archive it, you can delete it if you wish to, but with Share Chat, if you click on Share Chat, it will then give you the option of sending that as an email or sending that as a text message to someone else, and then they can open that and access that link and they can access the information. Or you can send it to yourself using some other means, and you can then access the information through a Word document or an email and so on. So that is run through Chat GPT. It's free on Apple products, on Google products. It's also on the internet as well, so you can just use a computer to access it. And it's free in this version, Chat GPT. Thank you for watching and listening.